Or the member for Wollondilly.
Thank you, Speaker. I also want to talk about trains or a train service, not so happily as my previous member that spoke here, that many people rely on or have tried to rely on, the Southern Line running from Campbelltown down into the Southern Highlands. And I want to be very clear, this is not a complaint about one day or one delayed train or one unlucky breakdown. This is about a pattern of unreliability, neglect, and a growing sense that regional passengers are simply expected to put up with less. If you catch this line regularly, you already know the story. Trains that are late so often, it's almost surprising when they're on time. Services cancelled with very little warning. Breakdowns that leave passengers stranded, sometimes for long stretches, without clear information or alternatives. People miss work, students miss classes, appointments are lost. Family commitments are disrupted, and yet this continues to be treated as normal. For many commuters on this line, running late isn't the exception, it's the default. Timetables feel more like vague suggestions than promises. You plan your day around buffers and backup plans because trusting the train to get you where you need to be when you need to be there simply isn't realistic. And then there's the condition of the trains themselves. These are long journeys. Campbelltown to the Southern Highlands is not a quick suburban hop. It can be hours for some passengers. Yes, basic amenities are failing. The onboard toilet, sometimes that should be a minimum standard, is often locked or unavailable. That's not just inconvenient, it's unacceptable. Elderly passengers, people with medical conditions, parents travelling with children, what are they supposed to do? When a toilet is locked on a long-distance service, it sends a very clear message. Passenger comfort and dignity are not priorities. What makes this even more frustrating is this line services have growing communities to service. The Southern Highlands are expanding. We are left with ageing infrastructure, unreliable rolling stock, and a sense that investment always seems to happen somewhere else. So why am I making this speech today when I'd actually planned to do it next week? Well, today, for the residents of the Southern Highlands, the morning commute has once again transformed into a logistical nightmare. So, there was a train that broke down at Tamor last night, meaning today no commuter trains. The freight train broke down last night, but at 7 a.m, the train had still not been moved. So, people go from carriages to coaches between Picton and Mossvale, just an extra 90 minutes. And can I quote the Highlands opinion? This later incident isn't merely a stroke of bad luck, it's a symptom of a rail artery that is increasingly unfit for purpose. While the government celebrates infrastructure milestones in the city, the Southern Highlands line remains a precarious link, vulnerable to the slightest mechanical or meteorological hiccup. Sometimes the cause is weather, sometimes the same train can break down twice in the one journey. Now let's be honest, if this level of service occurred consistently on intercity lines, or in fact the Blue Mountains or the Central Coast as we just discussed a few minutes ago, there would be outrage, there would be media coverage, urgent reviews and political pressure. But our commuters seem to be invisible. We pay the same fares, we contribute to the same system, yet we are expected to tolerate delays, breakdowns and substandard conditions as if they are just part of normal regional life. Well, they shouldn't be. People are not asking for luxury, they're asking for reliability, for honesty in scheduling, for trains that don't break down mid-journey, for basic facilities that work, and for a system that treats regional passengers with the same respect as anyone else. So this is a call for accountability and action. Investment in reliable rolling stock, proper maintenance, transparent communication when things go wrong, and a genuine commitment to making the Southern Line a service people can depend on. Not a gamble, they brace themselves for every single morning. Because public transport isn't just about trains and tracks, as we just laughed about a few minutes ago, it's about people's lives. And right now, too many lives on the Southern Line are being disrupted by a system that simply isn't good enough.